Hey guys, it's your boy Heck and Steve here. Hope everyone's having a great day so far. So, as you may have seen in one of my previous videos, I bought a PS2 from DKOldies, which still works. So far, so good. But I got a lot of rewards points for spending $9 million on that PS2. So, I decided I'm going to use that to get a discount on some video games. And so I've got 5 games to show you guys that I got from DKOldies. So, I ordered these on Friday, man, and they're already here. It's Monday. It's fast as hell, in my opinion, through the USPS especially. But they sent them in a bubble mailer. They didn't come in a box. But everything's okay. Nothing seems damaged. So far, so good. And I know you guys aren't going to be able to see the disc quality on screen, so I'll just give you a rating of 1 out of 10, with 10 being perfect, like new, basically untouched, and 1 being Brillo pad cleaned. You know what I mean? Like really scratched up bad. So first up, and also I think all these ended up with the discount and tax and everything, grand total I think it was like $39 for 5 games. So first up, we've got Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec, and its greatest hits, which I did not realize it was going to be that when I bought it, but that's okay, because, you know, beggies can't be choosies. Although I didn't beg, I bought it. Has been resurfaced, you can tell, but I'd say it's like a 8.5. So pretty good condition for like a, you know, $4 or $5 game, complete. You know, and that's the thing too. I wouldn't necessarily say buy a console from DKOldies because of the price, but if you're buying common games like this, it's much more convenient to pay them a couple of bucks for like a resurfaced or great condition copy with the manual, because you know how long it would take me to find this in the wild in great condition with the manual? Probably 4 or 5 different stores. And that may be a little bit of an exaggeration, but you know what I mean? Like all that driving that I had to do. You know, I want to drive in a game. I don't want to drive in real life. Anyways, yeah, 8.5 out of 10 on the disc quality there. Next up, Madden 2003. I know what you're thinking. You're like, dude, why buy a sports game that's old like that? Unless it's like, you know, ESPN's NFL 2K5, because that's like the best football game ever made. I'll tell you why. Madden 2003, very nostalgic for me. This is probably the first Madden where I played more than 10 hours of it. And the soundtrack on it kicks ass. And not only that, it's like a time capsule, you know, like the rosters and stuff. And yeah, you can play my team in a new Madden game, but then, like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna, like, buy the packs, and then you're gonna get this collection of fake cards that are your players, and then next year you're gonna have to do it all over again because it doesn't carry over to the next games. That's a scam. If you want to talk about scamming people, my team and Ultimate Team and all that shit, that's a scam. But anyways, I love this football game. And, you know, it's a football game. So, like, you know, you get the football in the end zone, you get 6 points. It's not like it's changed much in the past 20 years other than graphically. And I do have the new Madden, which was not worth $70. But this right here, this is worth $4, okay? For sure. You'll definitely get $4 worth of value out of this. This one's been resurfaced. Still has some scratches on it. Definitely will play. Probably say 7 out of 10. Maybe 6.5 out of 10. Again, how often are you going to be able to find this in the wild, complete with the manual and in decent disc shape? Next up, we've got Rocky. Now, this is a great game. My brother got me into this film series when I was a kid. Absolutely love Rocky. I got all the movies on Blu-ray, and I'll probably buy them again in 4K when they're released as well, because Rocky is one of the greatest stories ever told as far as, you know, sports go. This one has not been resurfaced. A few fingerprints. Definitely has scratches. I'd say this is probably a 6 out of 10. Like, keep in mind, 5 is our middle ground on the grading. So 5, I would say, is probably like your average, where you're like, damn, that's got some scratches on it, but it'll still play. So this is just a little bit higher than that. But yeah, if you guys haven't played this game, man, this is a great one. Definitely check this out. If you see it in the wild, pick it up. All right, down to the final two. Now this game right here, Final Fantasy X. So I'm not really a big Final Fantasy fan. However, I recently got into turn-based RPGs. You know, of course, I played Pokemon as a kid, but that's different. You know, obviously anybody that, you know, likes Pokemon is going to play a turn-based RPG Pokemon game, but not necessarily other turn-based RPGs. But I remember getting into Chrono Trigger and really liking that a lot, and I played Lost Odyssey on the Xbox 360, and so that kind of was like my gateway into, you know, RPGs, turn-based RPGs. So I picked this up because I want to like Final Fantasy. You know, I don't want to be left out. Everyone loves Final Fantasy. Or at least that's the way it feels. But yeah, got the manual. Also, what the heck is this? It's like in black and white. Did they give me two manuals and one's in black and white? Oh, this is in French. I gotcha. Okay, so. But yeah, I mean, there's the whole thing. And it has been resurfaced, but this is like a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 is probably the best I can give it if it's been resurfaced. You know what I mean? Because 10 out of 10, that'd be like brand new, like new. All right, last game. This is a guilty pleasure of mine. Rise to Honor. I absolutely love the fighting system in this game. It's just kung fu, kick-ass fun. Huge Jet Li fan. Got your manual and everything there. Now this is another one, man. It's like how often are you gonna find this one in the wild in great condition? 9 out of 10 disc. 9 out of 10. Looks great. This is such an obscure title. You know, they don't make a bunch of these. It's not like Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo was made tons of copies. But like Jet Li's Rise to Honor, I mean, look, it sold pretty well. I mean, it made the greatest hits. But if you haven't played this game, man, I definitely recommend it. The fighting system was sweet in it because like you would use you know, like the joystick, like the right stick. So like if you had like people surrounding you, you would just kind of like tap it in the direction that the people were, and he would do like moves. And the more like you did it, you know, he'd switch it up a bit and stuff. But yeah, really great game, great story too. This is a hidden gem for me. But yeah, that's it, man. So overall, I think I spent close to $40 after taxes. I believe Rise to Honor was like $10 or $11. Final Fantasy was, I think, $10. Rocky was $12.99. Madden was like $4, and Gran Turismo was like $4. So I think, yeah, after the discount, everything, it ended up being like 30 something. But yeah, I definitely recommend buying, you know, titles from DKOldies, as long as you're not buying like a bunch of Mario games or anything Nintendo or like super popular, you know what I mean, like Pokemon. But yeah, if you're just buying like common games like this, you know, it's a good place to shop for those, solely for the fact that, you know, you're not spending a lot of time driving around town trying to find a decent copy of it. Because how many times have you went into a store, like a secondhand store, and been like, dude, there's Final Fantasy X, it's only like $7 or $8, I need to get it. You open it up and the manual's not in there, or the manual's in there and you're like, hell yeah, and then you look at the disc and you're like, oh my god, like someone barfed thumbtacks on this fucking thing. Yeah, so I mean, if you're buying common games like that, I definitely recommend buying from DKOldies. But consoles, I wouldn't say buy a console from them, only because it's really expensive. Whereas you could go on eBay and, you know, probably get it for a lot less. Now, Tony Hawk Underground, I really want to play that game. And I also want to play the Need for Speed Underground games. They need to bring them games back, by the way. But they want like $41 for Tony Hawk Underground on DKOldies. So I told them they can keep that. And I went on eBay and bought it for like $16. So we'll see what the condition looks like when that gets here. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hope everyone has a great day. Leave me a comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I'll catch you on the next one.